Darlene B, good morning to you. Good morning, Darlene B. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Darlene. Now that's crazy. There it is.
Found it?
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
There it is. Oh,
yeah. Yep, there it is.
And you know what? I didn't even think, Traci. Look, the devil is in the machine this morning. Okay. I dreamed of that package, Darlene. I dreamed that I got that package. And she said it's heavy. I'm going to show you what's
That's
heavy.
what she has Casey for.
I'm going to show you what's heavy. Well, it's not heavy now. Baptist Woman's Chicken Salad. You guys.
Oh my goodness.
It was all the way full. I don't know how it got that big.
That's what happens to me, I tell you. It's like you start doing something, you start adding a little of this and adding a little of that, and there all of a sudden it's like, holy cow, how'd I get this huge bowl?
Well, chicken breast, the more if you make chicken salad with chicken breast, it's dry. And I think the more mayonnaise or something you put, the bigger. You know, that's true. If you eat too much mayonnaise, we get fatter, so it just makes sense. But I use white mayonnaise. So it does look like a Baptist Woman's refrigerator because I have not only chicken salad, but what did I tell you? Pimento cheese. If that ain't Southern Baptist, I don't know what is.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even know what that was when I was a kid until I lived in Georgia for a couple years. Well, I wasn't a kid then either. I was a grown-up. But yeah, I didn't have any idea what that was.
And I'm gonna tell you, I don't like the store-bought kind. I have to have mine made with sharp or extra sharp cheese is better. But I don't like it with cheese that's kind of dull. You know, it don't have a taste. Let me make this. This still a work in progress. So the streaky bottle, I got put.
I like it.
I got to put some more jewels on that one, and then I'm trying to do something on each.
Ooh, that butterfly is beautiful.
I like. Wait, that's the one I like.
Yeah, that one's pretty too.
Because I like the topaz colors.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I'm gonna do something to each one. I don't even know why I started decorating that in first. It just Darlene says Southern Baptist and Pentecostal Baptist too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thumbnail says God has raised up an army of strong women. So you know what? We're strong. We ain't as strong as Darlene to be throwing around that 800 pounds of feed and taking care of animals.
True.
But sometimes to deal with chronic pain, it's a strength. And you know, people think it's a weakness. If they know somebody's hurting, they look at it as a weakness.
Mm-hmm.
But it really ain't, because you have to be strong to deal with everything.
Yeah, it takes some chutzpah to get up and get moving every day.
That word.
Kind of like my oy vey, huh?
Yes. It reminds me of The Nanny, the show The Nanny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Darlene, I'm sure. She said she's got to do what she's got to do, and thank God for all the help he gives her. I'm sure. thank God that you're a strong woman and still have the ability to do what you got to do.
Oh my goodness. All those babies that you have, the goats and all that, that would, I know it's hard work.
Mhm.
That's why I don't do it. But oh my gosh, I would love to. I love animals. I love animals. And I love chickens. And I still don't know about some of the billy goats. They would have to prove to me. They would have to prove to me they're not like the one that my mom got right before I moved out from home, because that billy goat was creepy as crap. I didn't like
Yeah.
it. He was just creepy. And I liked the mama, the nanny goat, and then the
Mhm.
people thought she had just had one, and we didn't have it 30 minutes, and doggone, she had a baby. And that was amazing. So
Wow.
I loved the little billy goat, and I loved the nanny, and I don't know why I didn't like I think because he was intimidating. He was big, and I don't like the way. I mean, if I was around goats, Darlene, I would get used to it. But they've used goats' heads to to symbolize, I guess, Satanist and all that kind of stuff. And I guess when there's a big goat and the way they'll drop down their head and look at you a certain way.
Mhm.
It just was creepy to me. Look, I got to take care of that. It might take a week or two, but
You're living for Friday Hat Day. You can cover it up.
look, today should have been a half
It
day, but
feels like Friday.
and it's
Feels like it's been a
Wednesday.
week already and it's only Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Ugh.
Hey, look, and I'm stuck on it. I'm stuck on my jar. I got it this far, and
Mhm.
it's like that. It feels so good, but now it's just like you know. I guess I could have made it look like a Halloween one, because that would have worked.
Good morning to Alma. Good morning to you. Good morning to Alma. Good morning to you.
Oh no,
Oh my goodness. I can't imagine chasing Norgus around.
Alma. Darlene's talking about her little red hen that's my namesake, and yet she's just causing problems. She's causing problems. And Alma, you got to behave today. Oh, Alma, I love you.
Kind of like when Darlene gives the eye or shakes the jar.
Oh, I could just see you holding her. I bet she was shaking her, telling her, "You better be quiet. You better be quiet."
Oh goodness. Hilarious. But Norgus is such a cute little chicken. I mean, I know she's not little, but
She's growing. She's growing
she's
fast.
so cute.
Alma, I was glad yesterday that I wasn't the only dumb blonde that Debbie does sales. She got to be the one that uh, didn't understand. And the more we laughed, the more she didn't understand. And
Oh
that's how
boy.
everybody does me. And poor LizzAnn, LizzAnn just sit there and laugh. She sit there and laugh. And one of these days she's gonna fall right out of her chair laughing. And
Hmm.
oh, I did not know that.
I didn't know that either. You hold them by their feet
I really think they do.
I'm such a city girl.
I'm going to look it up. How do you carry an ornery chicken?
Ornery chicken. Hold it by the legs. Okay. I'm such a city girl. I wouldn't know that. I would try to scoop it up like a football.
We had little banny chickens where the outhouse is, and that's where we let them roost. Was inside the outhouse. And we had the chicken wire up, and they had a big sing it.
Good morning, Blandean. Good morning to you. Good morning, Blandean. Good morning to you. I like your new puppy, Blandean. She's very cute. Very, very, very cute. Little lab.
They ain't gonna be little for long.
No, those labs get big fast.
But yeah, we had chickens, and they were so cute. But there was a rooster in there. Mean little banny rooster.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. It would jump on Kevin and spur him through his blue jeans. But one day my brother-in-law went out there trying to be silly, aggravating that rooster. Man, when he come out of there and he pulled up his pants leg, even through the blue jeans, he had blood running down his legs.
Oh, my goodness.
Because that is how bad their spurs are. We had some that had biddies one time, and I didn't know. I didn't have a very shallow pan for water, and a couple of them drowned, and I was not happy. I was very upset about that. Blandine, I'm so glad that you're on this morning. I miss seeing you, and then I don't get to catch you live very often. I've got to start going by names, going and just I've got that itch that I can't reach.
Oh, I hate that.
Do you get it in the middle of your back?
Yes, like right in the middle.
Where your bra?
Yeah. So you find like anything you can to stick down there and stick up the backside or something to itch it.
And it's a crawling thing. And I think some of those places and sensations are fibromyalgia. I didn't know what it was.
I've seen a couple new videos though, Blandine.
Yeah.
Been watching. I've been watching.
I know.
All right, Darlene. Darlene B, we'll see you in a few minutes.
Okay. As soon as we got off yesterday, I saw that, dang it. I'm not froze.
Good morning to Sharon. Good morning to you. Good morning to Sharon. Good morning to you.
Sharon, right now
we're to work. Yay.
Right now, Sharon, we're kind of calm and cool right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
the truth is here. Good morning, the truth. Good morning to you. Good morning, the truth. Good morning to you. Praise Jesus. Glory to God. Thumbs up, please. And don't serve burnt toast and cold coffee. That was good. That's good.
The truth, I had 3 thumbs down yesterday. 3 thumbs down yesterday. One of them before I even started. Yeah, but that's okay too. It is. Yes, brain fog. LizzAnn. I saw that LizzAnn had a video up, and I'm like, wait a minute, how did she do a video when she was on my thing? She stepped away for a minute to get out of the car, and it was pouring. You got to watch it because that was some major rain that was coming.
Dang.
I don't know how in the world that I couldn't hear it because She said every time I'd say something, it would just pour down, and then and it was weird because I couldn't hear it. I think LizzAnn heard it a little bit, but you have to watch that video, you guys. That was a lot of. I mean, it was a lot of rain. I hate when it does that because then Keegan's shop gets rain. The way it's built, it's we're not finished with it, so rain, water will get in. So you so the brain fog is that a real thing? I always thought it's just the medication I'm on, but people will complain of that even if they're not on medication.
Yeah, it is a real thing. And like fibromyalgia, RSD, there's a lot of things that cause that. I think pregnancy, when people say they got pregnant brain, I'm trying to adjust my rear end.
I know
to make myself more comfortable.
I could have got my tens unit. That's what I should have done, was brought out my tens unit and crunked that sucker up high and keep shocking myself.
Well, that's what I did, and then I cranked it a little bit too high. I had to turn it back down a couple notches because it would turn on and be like, woo!
Oh, that's what Keegan did one time. When I first got my tens unit, and it was feeling good on me, and he was like, well, what's it feel like? I said, it just feels good. It feels like somebody's massaging. I said, and he was like, well, put it on me. So I said, okay, I'll put it on him. And his reflex was to almost hit me. I mean, really. I'm like, whoa. I said, what? He said, shocking me like that. And I said, that's what I put it on.
Yeah.
So, I guess different people feel different things. He pat on her feet.
I'm telling you, it was exactly what I would have expected. I really feel like I shouldn't have even went. I went in, it was shocking that I got right back to see a doctor, which is very shocking at that hospital. But I did get right back. I explained what was going on, that my blood work was off, that they have me waiting to see a hematologist, that it's still a couple more weeks out. I'm having this pain that's been going on for several days. Actually, some days it's worse than others, but yesterday it was so bad I couldn't bend over to put my socks on. And so I went and they did a CT scan to make sure I didn't have any active hemorrhaging. And I didn't, at least yesterday, that they could see. They gave me something for pain and sent me on my merry way, and basically didn't do anything and said, wait till the doctor said, I'm not a specialist. I can't do what a hematologist does. And I'm thinking to myself, this is a major hospital in the second largest city in the state of Michigan. I bet there's probably a hematologist in this hospital right now, but would they call them down? No, they don't.
Yep. And Sharon, I don't know if I said it when you were on, but people look at pain as a person that is in pain or in a wheelchair or uses a walker or whatever, that they're weak. And of course some people want to help them, and that's good. But it takes strength. It takes strength to persevere. Did I say it right? Perseverance.
Mm-hmm.
To just go on, And when I saw Traci this morning, your post about you can't even flake it this morning.
Yeah, no flaking today.
So I told Traci I figured she was going to go back to bed or something, and I jumped on FaceTime because I have to have me some Traci time. And she said, no, I'm coming on. I said, well, okay. then we'll get.
I figure I'm gonna feel the same whether I come on and sing to people or if I just lay down in my bed. I'm gonna feel the same way. So I might as well come on and sing to our friends and have a chat, and maybe I'll feel a little bit better at the end than if I
Well,
just lay in bed.
I have felt better mentally, I guess, because this morning I was hurting and I didn't sleep well and I was hurting, and I guess that was my push to now you shut up, because Traci, see there, Traci's hurting, so you hush and you just do your thing. And I don't know, Traci makes me feel better.
Aw, you make me feel better.
I mean, we do need to continue prayers for Derek. He's not feeling well. He's not doing well at all. He went to the doctor yesterday, so he's not. I mean, nothing like dire. But
right. He's just not feeling well.
Everything's off. Like, when your potassium gets off and your vitamin B, all of those things get off kilter. And when you already have the things coming against you like Derek does, I had that feeling,
You did.
Yeah.
You did have a feeling that something wasn't right.
Yeah, and that's how me and Traci and Derek were live every day for I don't even know how many months. And when you do that, like, you see people, I think, more than if you live in the house with them, because how many times everybody has TVs in their own rooms now.
Yeah.
And me and MawMaw know. No joke.
Your brother is on. Good morning, Dwayne. Good morning to you. Good morning, Dwayne. Good morning to you. Oh, I forgot he's your boo now, right?
I'm gonna have to sing some. Good morning, my boo thing. Good morning to you. Oh, but yeah, I don't like to like me and MawMaw sometimes we'll be getting up at the same time and we'll meet in the hallway, in that one room, and we'll both be saying, "Oh God, Lord Jesus," and that, not taking it in vain, because believe me, I'm saying it, and she's saying, "Lord, just please get me through this day." And so anyway, but you really don't put this much time. Well, we used to, but TVs, we all have TVs in our room now, and we don't eat at the table, and it's just.
I find that now that Jimmy's not living at home, and so we don't have Brantley part of the time here, I see Wright and I starting to stray away from eating at the table dinner. And I'm like, we got to go sit at the table. We have to sit at the table for dinner. So that's the deal. If I cook, we have to sit at the table, because then it's like, I pray by myself, he prays by himself. When we sit at the table, we pray together, we eat together, we have a conversation. I'm like, if I'm cooking, you're going to sit at the table with me.
Dwayne, you and Alan. Am I echoing on your end? Okay, it's just me then. I don't know about you and Alma, Dwayne, because it took a while that I seen Alma. She likes to kind of keep things going too, sometimes. Your other brother's on, Dwayne.
Aw. Good morning to Casey. Good morning to you. Good morning to Casey. Good morning to you. I figured I'd sing this time since I didn't sing the last time we chatted. I love you though.
Love you, Traci.
Sign what stuff out there. For what?
Dwayne, I made a video about a rude lady at a little trip to my local one of my local Goodwills, and Darlene commented on that video about, wow, I guess there's rude people everywhere, and that is how we connected. And the more we talked, the more we found out we had, like, every day in the beginning, we would just find more and more and more and more that we had in common. It was like we should have been sisters in real life, because we really are sisters.
Dwayne, that's what Casey says. He said you could put Traci in the room with me and my two sisters, and she would just fit right in. But what was so strange, Dwayne, is that one of my friends, now the personalities are two different personalities, but one of my friends that she had passed away, and Traci, she looked like her and she sounds like her, and it's uncanny, isn't it, Casey? And when I first saw the video,
Yep, another Crawley.
When
For
Casey,
sure.
I said, Casey, come here and look at this video. Who does she remind you of? And it was just so, it hurts my heart sometimes when I remember, and this person was just out of the blue now. Here she was. She went in the kitchen to get her a cup of coffee to go back to her computer. She worked third shift at Kroger, which is next door to her house, and she didn't socialize. She had social anxieties, but she allowed me in. And don't say no. Yes, Dwayne, somebody allowed me in. And sometimes I'd go to her house to see her because she had a whole different type of personality. And so anyway, I felt honored that, sing to Denise.
Good morning, Denise. Good morning to you. Good morning, Denise. Good morning to you. Oh, Sharon, thank you.
Sharon,
Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate you.
Sharon will pop back in to see how wild it gets. She'll sneak back in. Yeah. Well, see, her kids went to school, and that's how I met her. Her kids went to school with my kids. But she never showed up for any of the functions. So I kind of pushed my way in on her. She finally gave in. And she finally, she sent me an email one time. And I know I still have it because I come across it in my emails the other day, and it touched my heart. And she thanked me for being a friend. And when she died, all of her children were there because she came from the Mount, like, what was it? It was like Tennessee mountains or something. And the family did not let her leave with her children. So she was physically and mentally abused. And she got out, but she was not allowed to take her children. So that made her a recluse.
Mm-hmm.
Then she met this wonderful, sweet, and gentle man. I love him to pieces. She had 2 children by him. And always, she called my kids her kids. And so, she years later explained to me about what happened with her. But she sent me a thing and told me thank you. She said, thank you for being my friend. And I know you don't have to. And I feel uncomfortable saying this, but she said, you're such a beautiful person, and to take time with somebody like me. You know, at the funeral, I told her her girls, all of them were there. And I told them, I said, your mama talked about you guys. I said, even if you weren't down here with her, I said, she talked about you. And I said, she called me friend. And I said, that no better compliment could I ever have, that your mama called me friend. And even her husband said, he said, that's right. He said, because she never let anybody in.
Mm-hmm.
And so the other day, I came across one of her daughters on Facebook, and I added her because I have the other one, and they're on my other Facebook account. But I added them, and I saw some pictures of her, and it's not creepy. I saved the pictures. There's a few pictures I saved to my phone, and then I saved to my album on my computer. It says family. And I saved those pictures, and I looked at those pictures of her when she was real young,
Mm-hmm.
and with her kids and happy with their babies, and I cried. And darn it, me and Casey had to go to Kroger, and there was her husband. He and I was
Aw.
both at the same time, and I said, of all things to see you, I said, I just added your baby, one of your babies, to my Facebook. And then I hugged him, and then I got crying. I said, I saw pictures. I said, I saw pictures of Frankie. That's one of the word. That's one of the nicknames she had. I said, I saw pictures of Frankie. And I said, I miss her. And he said, I miss her every day. So it brings it around. And, you know, Dwayne, that sometimes, God brings people in your life at different times. And
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know when somebody's last day is going to be, because there she was getting her coffee to go back in there and get on the computer, and she had an aneurysm. She was dead before she hit the floor. Her husband heard the cup break. And it was just 1 minute she was talking to him, and another minute she walked in her kitchen and she was dead. So we have to take every moment to tell the people we come across that we love them.
Mm-hmm.
And last week, I know there was some disruption, and not sad now. And I told Dwayne I don't know how I get in some of the situations that I get in with some people.
Because your heart is so kind.
And mental illness is something that, whether you are a recluse, and she was, Destiny talked about that on her channel, how she was afraid to leave the house.
Mm-hmm.
So, everybody has a story. And that young man that had the problems, he had a story.
Mm-hmm.
But, you have to sometimes protect most people, because you can't help some, especially if they're not somebody that's close to you. You can't help, like everybody was telling me, you can't help everybody. But I try to love everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I try to love everybody. And
It breaks your heart when you have to when you have to shut that door because you do want to be kind and loving to everybody. And, you know, I saw that struggle that you were going through, and I'm sure other people did too, that, you know, you want to be kind and loving to everybody, and you want everyone to feel welcome and to feel loved. But yeah, you can't do that at the expense of others either.
And then it scared me. You know, when I went back and watched some things, it did kind of scare me because look what happened to Todd.
Right.
We are on social media. You don't know who comes across your pages. And, you know, I was warned, well, you got to be careful about don't let everybody on social media on your Facebook, because then they have access to your pictures, they have access to your friends. And, you know, it was explained that way. So I had to go and take some stuff off my Facebook as far as, you know, where I live and stuff like that. But yeah, Dwayne's great. I love you, Dwayne. And I'm gonna tell you, I have to shout out. You would be surprised some of the people that will contact you and that care. And Joy, you know, I get emails from Joy. Be the difference. She doesn't have Facebook. You know, you can contact her by phone, and you can contact her while she's on her show, or by email. And you know, I did because she said send me a message. So Joy reaches out through email sometimes. And Alex, the Fat Man Flipper, is that right? You know,
Fat
Alex,
Man the Flipper, I think is how it's.
yeah. Alex took the time to explain some things to me because I watched his video and some of the things he said he went through when he was younger. And what the whole thing was about drama on the YouTube, and just show love, people. You know, he said just show love, everybody. But there was another section that he talked about that I'm sitting there and I'm just swallowing. You know, that part was what hit me. And you know, at the end of it, he said, you know, if you want to hit me up, he said, I'll give you my phone number. I'll give you my email. Already Dwayne's probably thinking, oh my gosh, he did not know what he was doing. But I did email him, and I asked him about a personal, you know, what I was going through with somebody in my life that is living the way he was living. I'm trying to pick and choose my words. So anyway, he got back with me, you guys. He got back with me, and he called me on the phone. And of course, I'm still crying and snotting, and here I live, LizzAnn sitting in the green room.
I just got here.
Okay.
Good morning, LizzAnn. Good morning to you. Good morning, LizzAnn. Good morning to you.
Oh, thank you, Traci. Good morning, Traci, Darlene, everybody in the chat.
See, Alma, I never could figure out. I think one time I thought Ricardo was your son.
Alex is her son.
Alma, and see, I didn't even realize that when I was telling the story that he did. And I was crying. I was just steady crying. And I said, I'm sorry. And he was like, no, I'm crying too. And I mean, you know, he'll hurry up and tell you.
Good morning to Misha. Good morning to you. Good morning to Misha. Good morning to you.
Well,
you know,
Imelda is sitting on us still.
Is the flood upon you today?
Well, Let me flip it around. It's not pouring so badly, but it's still raining a lot.
Well,
Dang.
yesterday God opened up his floodgate on you guys.
Well, yes, he did, and we're expected to have rain all week.
Is that from those storms that are in the Gulf area?
The one that Imelda, she's sitting on just southwest of Houston, is where about the eye is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tropical storm or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And lots of rain. Some areas in the thick of it are getting 9 to 10 inches, 11 inches of rain, which is kind of scary for us because several years ago, a couple years ago, Harvey hit and dumped 48 inches of
Right.
rain in 24 hours, which was just crazy, all over Houston and our area and all. Yeah, it was bad. And some people, I think, that experience the flooding into their homes and such with that might be kind of concerned about Imelda about now because,
Right.
well, nobody wants a repeat of that for anyone, anywhere.
Right.
And, you get a little apprehensive. Of course, I think the kids look at it as, oh, we're going to get out of school, maybe.
Yeah.
Only from a kid's viewpoint,
Well, that's what happens up here when we get a lot of snow. The kids get excited. They want it to snow like crazy because we might have a snow day, and it's like, really? Your papa still has to drive to work even if there's 10 feet of snow.
Yeah.
Look, I'm
if
not
we
even
get any snow at all, it's a snow day here.
I'm not even a kid, but let that flake start, and I would call in work, and I would tell them it's snowing, and I can't drive to work. And they told me one time, well, the roads are clear. I said, not on my little old road, it's not. I'm not getting on this road and have a wreck. So yeah, they couldn't penalize me. So yes, I was like, whoo, bring on the snow. But hey, we live in the South.
Yeah.
That much snow is enough to shut down our road.
That's
Alma,
right.
Alma, your son did exactly what he said when he put that video out there. He did what he said and stayed true to what he said. I'm sure he didn't think some crazy old lady was going to message him. But I was one that told them during Derek's thing, hey, I would have been hanging out that window too. And that's how I remember seeing your son hanging out the window with his phone. Hey, get on your phone, get on YouTube and support my friend. And, and I'm like, wow, that seems like a great guy. Dwayne checks on us. And now Pat does. So I mean, I don't know if I look like this frail lady or what, but I don't know. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the kind and caring men folks that come on this channel and that care about us ladies. They care about us. And Dwayne's the type of character. His character is he would do anything for anybody, and don't let him make you guys think he's just grumpy, grouchy. He wants to be. He wants to be, but he's
sweet.
He's a plush toy.
Personality.
Yeah, they were on the thing last night. I forget what was it called. What was it called, Dwayne? The show you were on last night. I didn't have my headphones, so I really couldn't. Yay!
Good morning, Mystic Days. Good morning to you. Good morning, Mystic Days. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mystique. How are you today? Yeah.
She's very beautiful, you guys. Mystique, you've been on camera with your husband, so one morning you're going to have to come on here and don't be shy because it's just us women folks. I'm sorry. I'm ruining Dwayne's street cred. Okay.
Oh, sorry, Dwayne.
You guys don't fool him. He is not a good character. But you know that now, Dwayne, somebody could come in
He's
on
a
that.
rough, tough cream puff. And don't you forget it.
That's hilarious.
I know. Yeah, he has a new show called The Water Cooler Show, but I
Please
couldn't.
do, Mystique. Do stop in someday and come on with
That
us.
would be great.
Yeah. Oh, and you gotta tell me real quick before you go. Real quick, Mystique. Did your husband shave his head? He was, hey, look, he was asking questions. He was asking, should I cut my hair? Should I keep it long? So I only see him with long hair because I'm new to his show. Okay. This is what I think of when you said cream puff just then. You know the pink snowball, the marshmallow with
with the pink coconut and stuff around the outside.
You can't eat it without making a mess, and it's got the chocolate inside, and it's got a little bit of white. That is what
they call those snowballs.
Yes, that is what he is. Mystique, tell your husband whatever makes him feel comfortable. His hair looks fine long. I have not seen him shaved, his head shaved, but you tell him whatever makes him comfortable.
It's only hair.
He makes me laugh now.
There is this other side of that coin, darling. Don't forget, it's whatever she can live with too.
True.
Yeah. So
it's
the
like,
other night,
my husband better not shave his mustache off. That's all I can say.
I used to always tell Rank that, but then one day he did, and now I like it without. But
I mean, so the other night, him and the guys were hanging out. They were hanging out, so I muted them, but me and you hung out in the chat. And I told MawMaw about that. And anyway, so you do good today. Come back. Let me see. Tomorrow's Thursday, but Friday Hat Day is pretty crazy. But you come back when you have the chance.
Please do. Please do.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And much love. Hey, much love, Mystique.
Yes, much love.
We show love.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I would have had my headphones, I would listen to Dwayne and him some. But
yeah, see, Dwayne said Heather won't kiss him without facial hair. Aww.
Well, let me put it to you this way. I met my husband when he was wearing a mustache. We've been married for 42 years. We were dating for 11 months. In all that time, he has only shaved it off twice. Now, the beard comes and goes. And I'm okay with the beard coming or going. That's fine. But that mustache has to stay.
Yeah.
Some people just, some people can pull a mustache off and some people can't. And he happens to wear one very nicely, in my humble opinion. Of course, I might be a little starry-eyed with red rose-colored glasses or something.
I like when Susan shaves all this but keeps this. And I like since it turned white. I love that it turned white. Oh, no. Denise is about her oldest son.
Oh. She said, Liz, I know you can't see the chat. She said her oldest son went to a friend's house when he was a teen and they shaved his head. He has beautiful hair. I couldn't even look at him. I was so mad.
Oh, yeah. I can understand that.
Look, it took my Casey forever. I had bald-headed babies. And it took forever for Casey to get hair. And then people would look sometimes and his hair was so white. And they would say, oh, what a beautiful little bald-headed baby. And I'd say, he has hair.
Yeah.
And it's kind of ironic how things turned out. But
that's what my Jimmy says. It took him like 3.5 years to get a full head of hair. He was like 3.5 before he had a full head of hair, and he was a towhead when he was a baby, when he was little. And
Yeah,
then
that's how
by
Rebecca
the
was.
time he was in high school, his hair was starting to fall out already.
Oh my. Yeah, Rebecca's hair was blonde, white blonde, you know, and
So Casey
it
had
took
the
forever for it
cutest,
to
he
show up.
had the cutest hair. And he was down at my mom and them's, and my oldest brother always shaved his head. And you know, he's military, and he liked keeping his head shaved even when he came out of the military.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got down there to pick up the kids, and Casey was maybe 3. And I go in, and Casey's hiding behind him. And Casey jumps out, and he's excited. Look, Mom, because he looks like his Uncle Aubrey.
Yeah.
Look. And I'm like, and I started crying. And my brother was like, well, I'm sorry. He wanted me to shave his head. And I cried.
Aww.
And then, no, Casey liked it. I still see him, and I've told this story before. I still see him when we had the house across the street. And he did like the where he slid across with his socks on. He just had on socks and some shorts, I think, sleep shorts. That's all.
Dang it.
That boy done slid across the floor, and he's rubbing his head, and he's singing, too sexy for my hair, too sexy for my
Aww.
hair. And
It's adorable.
that was my
That's funny.
Casey, guys. That was my Casey. And I mean, all I could think about was, what was that movie where
Tom Cruise, Risky Business.
Risky business, yeah.
yes, and how he slid across, but that was my Casey, and he was just rubbing his head, and so
Good morning, Paranormal Voices. Good morning to you. Good morning, Paranormal Voices. Good morning to you. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm just looking at the title, and I'm thinking, dang, I hear paranormal voices in my head sometimes. But yeah, so I like when Keegan first shaved his head, it wasn't a time for him to shave it. And I was like, oh my gosh, no, he did not. But he had to grow into his bald head. And I love it. I mean, I love it. 1526 here. Is that a time?
1526. Yeah, that would be what? 326. Where are you
Yeah.
at, Paranormal Voices?
Must be in UK or something.
Misha, yes, Casey is. He's just right now.
The Netherlands. That's
Yeah.
where my husband's family is from. My husband's family immigrated to the United States in 1954, 55-ish. And then my husband, so he has some siblings that were born in the Netherlands and some that were born here. All of his family, except one aunt, are all still in the Netherlands that he has.
Wow.
Very cool. Very cool. Nice to meet you.
That is cool.
Cool to me.
But yeah, I wish Casey, he's like me. We have our silly, and then sometimes we have our not. And Casey's on. You guys pray for him.
Yeah.
Because I like when he's I like the other way. Oh, he's just glad we don't have to drive to Auburn today.
Mhm.
I don't have to go I don't have to go to the hospital and sign a release for them to send my records to a doctor. So
That's good.
I'm glad. I'll just Liz, and they've gotten a referral. See, you guys can't hold on talk. They got the referral, and all I got to do is wait for them to call me back with the
good.
orthopedic doctor. So
I'm excited.
yeah.
Showing you some love here on Normal Voices so I can show my husband.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'll have to go back. And if you guys wonder what I'm doing, I'm looking down at the chat. Because if I pull up anything, and I noticed that yesterday.
Did you pull up anything else that you buffer?
Yes, I did yesterday.
Good morning to Pat. Good morning to you. Good morning to Pat. Good morning to you. Pat, I feel slightly better than yesterday, but honestly still about the same. But they just kind of slapped a Band-Aid on it and said, wait till I go to the hematologist in 2 weeks. So they really didn't do a whole lot for me.
They pretty much did what you thought they were going to do.
Yeah. So I pretty much decided I might as well keep going on, keep keeping on.
Like it.
Doing my thing.
Like it.
Like it till I make it.
Yeah.
But hey,
at
least you didn't go and your stomach was full of blood. You know?
I mean, there definitely was some definite positive things. I mean, they did do a CT and there wasn't any major hemorrhage or something, so that was a good thing. They did rule that out. So
good.
I mean, other than that,
Dwayne making me laugh. He said we're all wait, I gotta do it this way. We are always wondering what the heck you are doing, Darlene. Look, when you sent me the what were they not gerbils? Yeah, was it hamsters running in the cage? Did I send it to you too, Traci? I sent it to you, LizzAnn, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. It was hilarious.
He done talked about the hamster. I had 3-legged hamster running in my head. I call it squirreling, but he said the hamster was running.
Oh, I better take this call.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Oh,
but you guys, Dwayne done sent me a thing, and one hamster's just hanging on for dear life, and the other one is in the cage going wide open, just wah. And that's what Dwayne sent me.
Yeah, that was funny. And the other hamster that's hanging on is like flying, trying to get in. It's hilarious. Oh boy. Oh man. I tell you what, this rain's about to drive me nuts.
It would make me hurt. Too much rain. Paranormal voices. It's like just because United States is bigger, I've seen movies that are, shot from the Netherlands, and I love. I do a lot of tiny houses. I like watching stuff like that.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
Or where somebody's trying to they're moving from here, wanting to find another country, So, I love watching stuff like that because that's the only way I'll ever get to travel. And
me too.
Yeah, likewise.
So my husband will not fly. Nope, he will not fly. And I think I would be. Paranoid on a ship. I wouldn't want. I would have. That makes me claustrophobic. I just can't stand the thought of that.
Yeah, a ship would bother me.
Good morning to Debbie. Good morning to you. Good morning to Debbie. Good morning to you.
Morning, Traci.
Hey, how you doing?
Morning, LizzAnn. Morning, Darlene.
Good morning. Okay,
Debbie's tired.
He's been in the U.S. since 19.
Where in the USA did you come? What state did you visit? Because we have a little whole mixture right here. We got a little Alabama, a little Michigan, a little Texas, a little other Texas.
Oh, cool.
Debbie,
Traveled from Toronto to Disney World, so you went to Florida. That's not that far from Darlene,
Niece.
comparatively.
What did
Disney
you say?
World is like 20
Oh, yeah,
some hours from where I'm at.
Yeah.
Debbie, whenever I see Ruby in your hair, I think of Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
She won't stay off of it because it's her safe spot for some reason.
But
That's
I
her
think of
secondary
the
nest.
I think of the bird lady on that.
Well,
Just call me the
Ruby,
crazy bird lady.
when you
I
came
love the
on
bird.
and she was on your head and she was like moving, I thought, what in the world?
Say good morning, boo. That's
Good
my Ruby.
morning, Ruby.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
Ruby.
Ruby. You guys, I talked with Destiny yesterday, FaceTime, Destiny and Derek, and
Good.
I'm gonna tell you that Mr. Pickles, he got to fussing. I mean, just that loud fussing, and finally, Destiny kept telling him to hush, and I finally had to drop my tone, and I said, "Mr. Pickles, is that you back there? Is that my boy?" And all of a sudden, there he goes singing. It's because
Aw.
I have to
Pull it down.
lower my voice or acknowledge him. He's done got used to us now, Tracy. So Mr. Pickles gets used to us.
I
Some-
did show you some love, and I am excited to show my husband your channel since his whole family is over there.
That's cool.
Interesting. I'm catching up on all of the chit chat here.
Yeah. I can't see the chat. At home, I can, well, y'all know.
You guys, all right. I'm not buffering there, but
You're fine. I don't have no buffering on you.
But I can't hear. You guys just. Hopefully, I hear something in November. No, I don't hope. I pray.
Our Wright's family is from Friesland. Let me do this.
I'm on here.
I'll be right back.
My husband's family is from Friesland, and he does have one cousin that lives in Amsterdam area. She works in like international banking or something like that, but most of the family is in Friesland.
No. I'm gonna
So
have to step
Tracy,
out,
how you
guys.
doing today?
All right.
Got in the car and I got to go home, etc., etc. So I'm gonna try to get on when I get home.
Bye,
Okay.
Liz.
Okay, I love you guys.
Mwah.
Love you too, Liz.
Y'all have a blessed day. If I don't see you.
Okay.
Okay, hang on a
That's
second.
about 3/4 of an hour from your place. That's not bad. Amsterdam is an hour. That's not bad. That's like all within Michigan for me.
Bless your day.
Going an hour away is not going too far for us. I mean, it takes a half hour to go from the north end of town to the south end of town where I live, because I live on the suburbs of a very big city, a pretty big city.
So Tracy,
very
how are you doing?
I honestly am doing about the same. I do feel the pain is a little bit less today than it was yesterday, but I still feel about the same. They did exactly what I thought they would. They slapped the Band-Aid on and said, go see the specialist that they have you scheduled to see. Oh, 3 to 4 hours is what you meant. Yeah, that's not terrible.
Good morning,
My
Misha.
mother-in-law used to talk about the boulevard a lot, and her family owned a store in that area, so very cool. That's where my mother-in-law grew up.
Hey, Misha. Ruby says hey too.
But yeah, they kind of just slapped a Band-Aid on. I told the doctor in the ER exactly what was going on and prior, and she said, well, I'm no specialist. And I'm thinking, this is like one of the major hospitals in town. I know they have a hematologist there somewhere on staff.
Yeah. I think I would have said, you have got to get me in now. I am in pain. I cannot take it any longer. And if something happens to me because I'm in pain and you don't take care of it, it's going to be on your head because I've already told too many people. And watch what she does in.
Yeah.
You know, I don't put up with people like that at the hospitals. They work for me. I don't just go in there to pay them money to give me a shot to make me feel a little bit better until I come around the next time.
For a half hour.
Yeah, honey. Oh, God, I wish I could help you, Tracy.
I know.
I said prayers for you yesterday. Hard.
I did definitely feel the love.
Good.
I definitely felt the love. And I was sad because I missed my grandson's football game because I didn't get home from the hospital till after 2:00. And I was just wore out and I still was miserable. And so I missed his football game, but he did stop by. His dad brought him by on his way home from school. And so I told him that I wasn't going to be able to make it to his game and that Nana still loved him and I would try to make it to his next game. And
I'm sure he understands.
He does. He does understand. He's a good kid. But Papa still went anyway. Grandpa still went anyway, so.
She's looking at you.
Ruby!
Who is that?
Hi, Ruby. Hi, Ruby.
Is that Tracy? Huh? She's looking down at your picture.
Hi, Ruby. Hi, Ruby.
She loves it. She loves the attention, y'all.
She's pretty, though. She's always so pretty.
She's my sweetheart. Yeah. So you want to show her your pretty wings? Show her your pretty wings. Ooh, pretty wings.
Pretty.
Yeah, let's look at the other one. Oh, pretty wings, Ruby. Look at those pretty wings. Don't bite me, you little snot. She's been in an ornery mood today.
Yeah.
Yeah. She never bites me enough to make it bleed. It just pinches. Oh, baby girl. You've learned not to make me bleed because I bleed too easy. Her arm started hurting.
Paranormal Voices says she has two Persian cats staring at your bird.
Oh, look at the bird. Put me on the screen a minute so the cats can see the bird. She must not have heard me.
That's funny. Very funny, very funny.
I'm sorry. I was buffering, but not on my phone. I was trying to find my earbuds, so I could join with my phone too, and just mute the other one. It's weird.
Thank you, Alma. I'm wore out today. I overdid it yesterday, and I'm paying for it with pain today.
Oi.
Yeah, the brace is too much. The wrap is just right. So.
Yeah.
I think we're all having a pain day today.
We're all a bit under the weather today.
But I think that's why.
Oh my goodness. Good morning to Willow. Good morning to you. Good morning to Willow. Good morning to you.
Hey, Willow.
Last night, I was laying in bed and it's weird, you guys. I don't know how to explain it, and I've said it before, and it's, but there's thoughts that come up like, about, does it matter it wouldn't matter if you didn't come online. And there's all kind of things, and I always call it niggling. It's just like, you know, and you know, what difference do you make? What, you know, and so I did not sleep. I was hurting when I spent too much time in the chair yesterday, you guys.
I also had a hard time sleeping.
And you know, I started, if you guys start seeing me moving a lot, or rocking back and forth, it's because my back's hurting. And so anyway, I was already hurting by the time I got in bed. So, you know, when I was looking through thumbnails, I saw that one about the strong women, you know, God's raising up an army of strong women. So I'm like, you know, that's why I thought of the whole thing, you know, Traci, that just because, you know, we're in pain does not mean we're weak. And Debbie, you know, you understand that too.
Oh, heck yeah.
You know, you've been at the hospital and called me. And Destiny has got in touch with us.
It's been on the panel from her hospital bed.
The very next morning after she was admitted. And so we think of pain as weakness, and it's really not. And we have to be strong. And I picked that thumbnail, and this morning I had a heck of a time to get up. And Kevin had a heck of a time to get up and go into work. So I don't fault him when we are snappy at one another, because pain will make you snappy.
Yes, it does.
That's for sure. I have to apologize.
And unfortunately for our husbands, we tend to get snippy with the people who love us the most and who would do anything for us, and we bite their heads off because we're in pain and we're miserable. And
well, I wrote Debbie does tired today because Debbie is tired today. I should have put Debbie's tired in pain, but
yeah,
I can whine all I want, but it's not going to make it better for me. I would rather help someone else instead of focusing on myself.
And
exactly. That's why I came on. Exactly.
Like MawMaw. Okay, Denise.
Hi, Dwayne.
Oh, you had to jump off, but you're back. Okay.
Hi, Dwayne. Dwayne. Ruby says hello too. Dwayne said hi to you. Can you say hi back? Say hi, Dwayne. You're a worthless bird. Worthless bird, I say. Worthless.
What do you mean, Mom?
Say hi to Dwayne. Dwayne's waiting. Can you say Ruby? She goes, no, I'm not doing anything. I don't want to.
Just like the kid. They won't perform when you ask them.
No. Heck no.
She's done. Get back up there. Bird. Anyway, we were talking.
Yeah, I mean, MawMaw has always said, I know it doesn't help to complain, but sometimes it just makes me feel a little bit better.
Gotta release it. You know, that old adage, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, is real.
All right. Paranormal said they've had health problems for the past 26 years. They call it MECVS, but I see it as like an autoimmune system issue. And I was gonna, you guys, I think the hamsters run away last night, Dwayne, because it's just the cage is there, but nothing's turning.
What?
Oh, I know. This is the way I explained it, you guys, to some girl sitting by me at work. I told her one day, because I said, you young people, if you can't remember things now, I said, and there's so much dementia and I said, you know, with the elderly, usually the elderly handed down the stories to younger ones. We handed it down to our kids. But I said, look at it this way. Think of all the drugs that's out there that are being taken as medication, and I have a daily thing that I have to take. I said, how do they do? I said, how do they do drug tests? They do drug tests either by blood or by urine. I said, so think about all the drugs that are going into our water system.
And the ones that are getting flushed down the toilets because of it too.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So, do you know they can? I'm not going to say documentary again, but they can find out what types, like what areas have the highest rate of whatever drugs they test. They could test the water.
Yep.
And I'm like, you know, that's what's wrong with that. Could be what's wrong with us. All this. And you get bottled water, all you're doing is drinking somebody else's water. I mean, hold up. Casey used to order that.
I have got 2 pitchers that I fill up, and I keep the filters in stock. This is zero water. You can test it for particulates. My tap water comes out at 189. When I run it through the zero water filters, I get 0. It's better than distilled water. And I can't tell anybody that enough. I don't drink anything but this. However, you got to realize when you shower, you still take in that water. It don't matter, but you're not going to be drinking it as much if you've got zero water. It tastes like fresh quality water from a stream from underground. I mean, it is amazing water. There is absolutely nothing in that water.
Casey used to order water.
No, I won't buy water. This is an actual filter that goes into a container. So it's called Zero Water. You can get them on Amazon. I just got a in the refrigerator pitcher size. It's got a little spout on it. I've got 2 of them, and I just paid $20, I think, for Prime. And you can get them for $28 also, but they're a little bit bigger. And I won't drink anything else. I won't drink from the faucets, period. That's all I ever have is that. And the reason I do that is I've got so many other meds that I've had in my system. I don't want no more.
Yeah. And plus the hormones they put in the chicken and all the foods we eat. And you know, Joy is a firm believer that a lot of our physical problems is because of what we take into our body.
Yep.
Traci, are you okay? Do you want to go lay down and listen?
Let me sing to John, and then I will.
Okay.
Good morning to John. Good morning to you. Good morning to John. Good morning to you. Yes, I love you all very, 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 very much, but I'm still a bit under the weather, and I'll come back in the chat. I'll go lay down with my phone, and then I'll come back in the chat.
All right.
Love you, baby girl.
Love you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Poor thing.
Yeah, she'll come back in the chat, but you guys, I saw this morning she wasn't feeling well, so we FaceTimed for a long time, and she said, well, no, I'm coming on. I'm going to sing until I don't feel good. So,
Yep.
And we talked about that, how it all started, and she said sometimes she feels silly doing it. I said, I think it all started with Anamora. The whole, you know, and then some people, you know, that what about me? So then, you know, Traci started singing for everybody. John, I I have an idea I have to do for your daughter. That youngin', there's just something about her. I guess she reminds me of my son when he was little. Is she that way with her mom, or is she just that way with you? It's like you got a little mini me. She's so silly, like you are. And I'm so glad that that I met you and started going to your trying to catch you live, because just watching your first video when I first met you, when I first met, watch when you just seem I don't know, kind of quiet, and then I'm like, well, John is anything but quiet. You and Derek, you guys, Lord of mercy.
Yeah, Derek's still not feeling good. I talked to him just very briefly this morning, so prayers out for Derek. He needs them. He's really not feeling well at all.
You guys, when
I don't know why you can't see me, Alma. I'm here.
It's kind of like your living room's kind of muted, the colors.
Well, yeah, I don't have the lights on. That could be part of it, but.
Hi, Jay and the Sticks. Welcome back. You can sing to Jay.
I can sing to Jay?
Yes.
Okay, just a minute. I have to get position. Good morning to Jay and the Sticks. Good morning to you. Good morning to Jay and the Sticks. Good morning to you. I'm not in voice today.
That's okay.
Good morning.
That's okay. Yeah, well, my hamster cage isn't going. I did not sleep well. And, I took my meds, but sitting in that chair, and I even went back. Sometimes I'll go back to see what the quality of my broadcast, and it was awful.
Ow, don't bite me.
It was would Jay mow your field and do it before it gets too hot. I don't know where you're at, but around here you got to try to do it before. I'm in Alabama. You got to try to do things before it heats up.
Oh, at least before noon.
Yeah, we're still having, I call it wring out the sweat out of my husband's shirts kind of weather.
It's been horrid here. In Texas where I live, we've had the hottest August on record, when it's 1 point some odd percentage hotter than it's ever been. And that's scary. Ouch.
Yeah.
Don't chew on Mama's finger. I'm going to make you fly home to your cage. I'll put you back.
Yeah, just waiting for the dew to dry. Yeah. Yeah. And I used to love to cut grass. I love to cut grass.
Come on over and visit me.
I can't now. I used to love to weed eat, and I would have my bucket full of hedge trimmers and all kind of things. I loved it.
Oh goodness.
Anamora.
There you go.
Anamora.
Good morning, Anamora.
John prayed for me yesterday. I watched some of his. I got on. It was a little bit late on his prayer channel, Picksburgh. Did I say John? I meant Anthony.
You meant Anthony, but that's who. Yeah.
I had Anthony pray for me, and so sitting in that yesterday, and when I went back checking the quality, I did not have great quality, and I saw that my mouth wasn't synced with the
video
thing, and I rocked back and forth a lot. So I know. See, Anamora, look at Dwayne. See, Dwayne's still being a cream puff, or not a cream puff. He's being one of those snowball puffs. But yeah, I'd rock back and forth in that chair, and I know that was probably some people that irritates them if somebody's moving. But it
depends. If you're hurting and you're moving and makes you feel better, then do it.
And sitting in that lower chair, you guys, my legs from right the back of behind, about right before my knee, but in the back down.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I hurt all night. And it was like, yes, I was sleeping, but I could tell I was hurting. So it was, and this morning I didn't want to get up. And then, I'm like, no, I'm going to get up. And I opened I think I looked at my phone first to cut it off, and I saw that Traci had posted on Facebook, and I read her post of what a bad, that she was still hurting. And I don't know, once I talked to her, or like me and you, Debbie, anybody I get on with before, it just always makes me feel better,
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah, me too, Jay. That yesterday was art therapy, so I was sitting in there doing stuff. Oh, you must just come in from outside. So sitting in that lower chair, that's the reason I had to come out of work. I worked at a conferencing center, and sitting in those chairs all day, it hurt my back. Oh my gosh, it would hurt my back and my legs.
Have you tried to take a little footstool? You can get those cheap little footstools like at IKEA or at Dollar Tree, where they're just about 12, maybe 8 to 12 inches, and when you're sitting in a chair, just put your feet on top of one of those.
Oh, I have a ladder, a little step ladder, small. And what I move my legs around a lot.
Okay.
So it's like,
well, the reason I'm saying is if you put it on a step, it helps to relieve the lower back pain.
Yeah, it's like.
And when I'm sitting and having to work a lot, that's what I do. Even if I'm in my rocker, like right now, I'm in my recliner rocker. That's what everybody sees me in 90% of the time. That's where I'm most comfortable. My desk is cluttered. By the way, guess what I did yesterday?
Organize some of your craft room.
No, worse.
What?
I got a third of the mess in the front room cleaned up.
Well, see.
That's a third. And I'll do another third today. And then by tomorrow, the other third. And I'll have a clean front room. I can work on the top of my table. And I was blessed for doing that because I made a sale on eBay.
Yay. See?
Finally.
Now, see, for me yesterday, I had a list to go down.
Mm-hmm.
Call the doctor's office. Call.
I had all this to do too. But
I had a list to go down. So Willow says she needs a spinal fusion but can't.
Ooh.
Also has a cluster of Tarlov cyst in the spine as well. So Willow, you understand. You understand lower back pain. And you know what? If they tell me, there's nothing they can do, then that I'm fine with that.
Catania.
You could do good morning to Catania.
Okay. Good morning, Catania Inspirations. Good morning to you. Good morning, Catania Inspirations. Good morning to you. I'm not Traci, but I try.
See, you're fine. I am trying to get back on my live. And I don't like to look down at my phone. So Catania, where are you from, Catania?
I hope I said her name right.
I'll go and show some love after.
Catania? I don't know how to say your name. I hope I did it right.
So Catania, you are crafty then. I will check out your channel after. Check out your channel today. And I am so sorry. Look, for the new people that has come in, I just today I'm stumbling over some of my words and it's just it's kind of hard to concentrate like that.
Katanya, do they sometimes call you Kat? Because I just pulled up your site and you are gorgeous, my friend.
Yes.
What a pretty lady. And I just subscribed. She's a pretty lady.
Yes, yeah.
Thank you, Traci.
Well, thank you. Thank you for dropping.
What a sweetheart.
Dropping in, and I will show you some love when we get off.
Yeah. Everybody, if you're not subscribed to anybody who happens to be a content person, please go to their channel and subscribe to them. Show them some love because we all need the support.
And
you got quiet in here. Ruby, yeah. I wish you'd make noise when you're supposed to.
When I'm reading, you guys, I'm not frozen. I will be like reading and everything is real quiet. But yeah, Jay, I had 5 taken out of my neck. So C2 through C6. All of those I had replaced.
Good.
So now it's the lower back. So you guys, we are having Bible study this morning in 1 hour. Casey just posted it in the Porch Church Network. And if you guys aren't aware of the Porch Church Network, it's in the description.
She said I could call her Kat, but I don't like calling her Kat when she's got such a pretty name. So I'm going to ask you, Kat, to say either a number 1 or number 2. If it's number 1, it would be Katanya. If it's number 2, it's Catania. Which is it?
And that's what we do. I mean, everything that we do revolves around our beliefs. Mm-hmm. But yes, come back and join us. We'll be on in the morning.
Goodbye.
We'll be on in the morning and come on back 8:30, and we'll be on at 8:30 in the morning. And Thursdays it'll still be open. And if you ever want to come on the panel, you know, let us know, and you're welcome to come up here with us.
Always. It's her fault that I even got online to begin with YouTube. It's all Darlene's fault. Well, it's Darlene's and Derek's and Adam's and Tracy's, but it's all her fault.
One. So
it's Katanya then. Katanya. I get it right. Yes.
So Katanya, yes. Oh, okay. It is 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, or if you are where Dwayne is, Dwayne, which is Mothership Products, is 6:30.
Well, for me, it's 7:30. I think that's the correct time.
So
I'm Central.
So I'm looking forward to checking out your page. And you guys, sometime today I've got to do my video on my giveaway.
Are you giving away something? I didn't know that.
Because I've hit over 300. I'm almost 320 now, and it just.
Are we posted giveaway stuff? Because I got to 346 last week.
You don't have to. It's just that, people usually, if it's a milestone, and and my giveaway, I just want somebody to tell me, just tell me what you want.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Dwayne is the center of the universe.
Oh, I am so sorry, Dwayne. I forgot.
He is.
I'm so sorry, Dwayne. You're right.
Look, he's branching out everywhere. He took over the jewelry business. He's
Yeah,
also doing jewelry
I
auction.
know. And he's just like a pusher. He's a drug pusher, but he's a jewelry pusher now because he sent me jewelry. I didn't expect that, but boy, I love it. So now I'm hooked on it. See, he did it to me. It was
He's
all
better
Dwayne's
at
fault.
jewelry than me. He'll be talking about, oh, this is lapis, or this is, and I'm like, oh, Dwayne, you cannot say you hate jewelry anymore. You know the next something borealis jewelry. I don't know. I know silver and gold,
You
and I
got the
know
important part down, baby girl.
turquoise, and I can watch Sandi and pick up some stuff about some of the stuff. Willow.
That's good.
Come on, Willow. Look, one day I want to show up at his and Heather's house, and I know he's thinking, oh boy, I can know stuff I still hate. You don't hate it.
I can know stuff I still hate. You don't hate anything. You might hate an ingrown toenail if you've got one. Is that my Casey back there?
It is.
Hi, Mr. Casey. Love ya.
Love you.
And, huh? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I know. What else was it, Dwayne? Dwayne, I tell you, today is one of those weird days. I might just have to go to. Do you know that's Alma? That's how he got his. It's so strange that you did it, KC, because
Is that how he got his name?
when Casey was a baby, the woman that kept him was like a mom to me, and she pronounced it as, because he was a junior, Kevin Crawley Jr. and Kevin Dwayne Crawley. Did you see Dwayne? So anyway, the babysitter called him KC, and to this day, the way she says it, you could tell it's a K and a C.
That's interesting.
Oh, wow. That's weird, darling. He's got to explain that.
Dang. That's what you call ooh.
But Alma, everybody called him Casey, and in school he would spell it as Casey, as Casey. So it just stuck, and he legally changed it last year or the year before. He legally changed it. It's just Casey, no middle name, and his last name. Dwayne said he is everywhere. Oh, yeah, that's what. I want to show up at his house, and he and I make some Brunswick stew. That's what I want, because they have Sweet Baby Ray's where he's at. So
You don't have Sweet Baby's raised there?
yeah, but everybody don't.
But you have Sweet Baby Ray's, darling.
Yes.
Okay. Dwayne doesn't have Sweet Baby. Who doesn't have Sweet Baby Ray's?
I didn't know if it was all over the place or not. I know
it is.
I know it is in Texas. And
Oh,
I know
yeah.
it's Utah.
Sweet Baby Ray's, and then you've also got Rudy's, and you've got forgot that other guy's name. But I've got them all in the cupboard. I keep them all the time because they're all used for different things.
Alma, I love Casey and the Sunshine Band. Girl, that's back in my day. Back in my day, Casey and the Sunshine Band.
But the answer is nope. Does that mean nope on the beads, or nope on the KC, or nope on the Sweet Baby Ray's? Come on, Dwayne, you got to be more succinct.
See, nope to the jewelry. Yes to me. See, because I can't do like I used to, because I had that humongous thing, and I can't lift and do a lot of the stuff. But Casey helps me. I mean, of course, he's a big help. I've got scars where I fell into the trying to get something out of the oven, and I fell
Ooh.
like I was like a wicked witch. I fell into the oven and
Oh
broke
no.
my arm, and then of course because I feel like I can do everything. Casey will say, "I will drink some Sweet Baby Ray's." Casey loves some sweet. Oh, pineapple Sweet Baby Ray's. Oh my gosh, no. Now, I'm not going on the whole thing of the no pineapple on pizza and all that. I'm just saying when it comes to Sweet Baby Ray's, I don't know who thought putting.
They've got a bunch of different ones, but I like the original the best. And then if you like a spicier one that's not as sweet, you got Rudy's. And then if you like really good quality barbecue, there's Stubbs. Now Stubbs is a club down in Austin. It's a restaurant / club. A lot of your country western singers go there to sing, but Stubbs has got some of the best barbecue going too.
Yeah.
So one thing I've learned about Texas, they really do understand that word barbecue. They really do. And you learn that there's 3 or 4 different kinds. You just don't go and buy Hunt's barbecue sauce. Yuck.
Yeah. And we used to before. I mean, when we used to have the before our pool broke or whatever, we used to do every weekend. I would do a whole vegetable bag, wrap it up, onions, carrots, and potatoes, and wrap it up real good. Throw on that Boston butt, put it in, and did it a certain way, and that's how I would do. And we would do that every weekend during the summer. But the pool broke. I broke, and then the pool broke, and we couldn't afford both of us to be fixed. So the pool's not fixed, and heck, I'm still not fixed. But I loved cooking now, and even that was something that I could prepare in here, and then somebody would take it out for me because it was heavy. When I'm talking about, I'd cook enough for a bunch of people. My grandson did he was a chicken nugget kid, fast food kid. Not anything wrong. It's just that as a single parent, my daughter would be headed to work, and she would grab something fast for him. Now, now in Alabama, they have free lunch, free breakfast. Every child, if they get there, they have free breakfast, which is great. I think that was the best thing that they could have done.
Kids cannot study on an empty stomach. And my daughter's math teacher told them, he said, I don't care what period of class you are in my room. If you're hungry, you eat in my classroom. If the principal comes in and catches you, I knew nothing and I already told you to put it away. And they laughed. But he says you can't study, especially math, on an empty brain. You need the food. So the kids are really, really good about it there.
That might have been what was wrong with me in school, So, see.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that to you.
No, it's just me. Oh,
we're talking about free breakfasts.
My grandson, when they had to move back home one of the times, he didn't eat nothing. He didn't eat this. He didn't eat that. Well, I started when I would pick him up from daycare is what it was, and bring him home because I told my daughter, I said, well, look, why buy out? I'll pick him up from school. You guys eat here. And I said, you guys eat here and then go home. By the time you get off work, it's already going to be cooked and ready. So he started eating. He was not going to eat Boston butt. I had to call it Boston booty. When I call
it roast.
When he said, Boston butt, Nanny, what is that? I said, just what it's called. I said, it is cow booty. And when I called it that child loved him some Boston butt because he could run around and talk about, ooh, we're going to have some Boston booty. We're going to have some booty. And so he could say it. Casey likes drumsticks. He likes I will fix the drumsticks for Casey in-house. bake them, and I do whatever's cheaper, chicken breast or chicken thighs.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, Alma, when you got picky grandkids, you just have to, you know, I would tell them to try something if you don't like it. So I got them to eating green beans, boy cheese. He had to call them.
And I like that. Chicken on a bone, and it was drumsticks or chicken on a bone, and salad dressing is called lettuce sauce. I like that idea. That's funny.
And then
It's almost like cow juice.
he had to fix his son boy cheese sandwiches. But now my granddaughter, I haven't found anything that child will not eat. Okay, Liz, I understand. I understand.
You too.
But yeah, my granddaughter, she eats anything and everything. And even now, my grandson loved broccoli, and usually that's something, you know, that kids won't eat, but he loved him some broccoli from the Chinese restaurant. And my granddaughter loves raw veggies, and I just can't think of anything that child won't eat. She's just
amazing.
And I did get to see her. She was with me. She got to be over here a few hours, and she's just so funny. She's just she's just like a mini me about some things. You know, not afraid of nothing. What, to dig into her toy box, and the one thing she pulls out is the Halloween mouth. It looks like teeth with roach bugs crawling in and out of it. And I mean, it was like, ooh, and she pulled that out, you know. But Barbie dolls, she don't care too much for them, you know. She just don't care too much for them. She played with the dollhouse. There was part of me when she moved to PC, Panama City. I did send her a little fold-out chair. I took it when we seen her. I took it to her. I took it to, you know, and I said, well, here's her little fold-out chair, because I really didn't think I'd get to see her anymore. Her toys, I kept right where they were. Her dollhouse, it flattens up against the wall, and I left it. And so, lo and behold, her dad kept his word. The family kept their word that we would get to see her every other weekend when he comes to see his other daughter up here, that we will get to see her. And eventually we will get to keep her for the weekend.
That'll be good.
So yeah, she played with the dollhouse, you know, and we kind of had to shut Briley out of the way. But you know, that's an answered prayer. That is a very good answered prayer. And that was something Anthony prayed for me about too. And he told me, he said, you're going to get to spend time with your grandbaby. You are going to get to spend time. And then my grandson, he'll be 15. His dad, because I messaged him and I said, look, we try to call him and it just says the voicemail's not set up. So he put in our numbers. So, you know, I hadn't called him back yet, but I'll try. And he's at the age, he'll talk to me. He'll talk to us when he's ready. He'll talk to us when he's ready. See, Dwayne, there's things now that I can't eat.
LizzAnn just turned me off of chicken nuggets real quick.
Alma, thank you for stopping in. And I'm sorry I was so all over the place and my head's not right today. I think lack of sleep is really part of it. 10:30, I'll probably stop in a few minutes so I can walk around and take, you know, let Bailey go out. And
See you later, Alma.
We're going to do Porch Church. Casey said most definitely at 11, and he showed me at 11.
I need to go ice up the arm anyway. I'm starting to go into real pain with this sucker today. And I know what it's from. I overdid it. But you know what? I have to overdo it. I have to get through the pain only because if I don't now, it's going to be worse later.
Oh, well, Debbie, I'll show you how far I got on at least some of the.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Did you add the glitter or was the glitter already on there?
No, I've put the glitter. These were just flat.
Oh my gosh. I love that.
This is my favorite color.
Yes, ma'am.
The topaz. So
I just can't wait for you to get your package. I'm excited for you to get it.
Me too. And that's what I think, because the other one turned out so well with those that you've got. It turned out so beautiful. And so anyway, I still have some tweaking to do on this and some jewels to put on it.
It's pretty.
So I don't, and I kind of like the way the glass ended up being.
It came out almost like a frosted yellow, didn't it?
Yeah. It's just like, I kind of like it like that. And I wouldn't have thought yellow for the background for, for a butterfly jar. But
yeah. Good morning, Ricardo.
See, look at there.
What?
He got Alma started. Thank you, Alma, for saying blessings.
Did you read what Dwayne just put in?
Yes.
Good morning, Ricardo. Good morning to you. Good morning, Ghost Pirate Ricardo. Good morning to you.
Oh my gosh. I'm forever going to be known as
the sausage lady.
Sausage.
The S word.
But that's okay. If that's the worst thing I've said on here, thank you, Jesus, because.
Well, Jimmy Dean loved Jesus too, and he made sausage. So there.
And I still wonder who the person was that come up as Jimmy Dean. I think Dwayne did that one.
Did you do that, Dwayne?
And Ricardo, I had, because of you, Mystic and his wife Mystique, they are so cool. I am so glad that you had him on your panel, that I got to meet. He's real nice. And then even though, like I told Mystique, I said I did mute because the guys were talking guy talk, but I was able to mute. And then me and his wife Mystique were able to chat. And I really enjoyed that. I tease you to your faces.
I'm so glad to know that. Well, honey, I'm going to run and let you go because I'm going to go ice up this arm. It's starting to get red on me. Okay. Love you guys. Goodbye.
Love you. Thank you all for being here. And we will see you in Porch Church Network. Love you guys.
Love everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Love you, Darlene. See you later, honey.
Love you too.